So hello everyone. Today I want to show you. First of all I found this effect on this website, and as you can see, this is the effect we will try to create. And yeah, this is our effect. There is a text reveal animation, a random text character reveal animation. Let's say here it's not random because it goes from left and right. As you can see, each words, it goes from left and right. The appear and the disappear effect, it goes from the right. If you take a look, as you can see here. Okay, so I tried to create it using this. This is my effect. This is my uh, this is what I did. So this is the effect. Okay, and every time you reload, there is a randomness in this effect. So for example, this scale, if I in this position, you see that the scale has only this L that shows, but if I refresh the page, as you can see here, now it's the C, and if I refresh again, you can see that the L and the A disappears. And now, as you can see here, this is our effect. This is what we'll try to do. First of all, you need to install Next.js. I'm using the latest Next.js project with the Tailwind v4, and we will see how to add a custom font, and also how to add the font, because this font does not exist in the Google font website. Okay, so first of all, you need to install the Next.js with this command. I'm not gonna do it because I already have my project. So this is my project. I'm gonna remove some stuff here, and let's remove this for now. Not gonna need it, and leave this style empty for now. What do we have here? So yeah, basically what I did is, let me walk you through each stuff I did. So if we go, first of all, I think I already have this server running. In what's okay, let's go here. If I go to 0, this is our website. Okay, this is our website. So let me remove this background because I was testing some stuff, that's why I add this background. So this is the background. So yeah, this is what we have right now. Let me walk you through what I did. Let me show you first of all how to add the font style. First of all, you need to go to this website, CDN fonts, and the name of the font, it's called Encut Sans. They have a website, but in their website you can only download the font and install in your Windows. We want the CDN, so I use this one. I tried to use this and it didn't work for me. I use this one. And to use this one, you need to go to Next.js, and inside Next.js go to layouts, the root layout, and add the head tag, and inside the head tag add the link. And don't forget to add this slash, because otherwise React will complain. And to add this custom font and this Tailwind setting, you need to go to, this is how the Tailwind v4 works. So go to under the add theme property, and inside it, go inside it and add the font like this, dash font dash Encut, and give it the name of the fonts. You can choose whatever name you want, but you need to add this. Okay, or you can copy it from here and add it here. Okay, now let's walk you through what I did and what you should do as well. So we go here first of all, let me remove this. And so I have two divs. Yeah, let me just where is my project? So this is my project. So I have two divs. Each divs takes full viewport for height viewport. Okay, let me just refresh the page so we can have, as you can see here, we have nothing for now, but we have two divs that each one takes the height viewport. And what I did is create another div. So let's close this, create another div, and inside this div it also takes the full height of the viewport, and also it takes the flex property, item center, justify center, and inside it I create an h tag. And this h tag, it takes the text 9xl, flex, item centers, justify center, and space x instead of gap, because otherwise you will, because wait, let me show you. If you, first of all, let me continue the properties, and then we can explain why space x better than gap in this scenario. So we need to uppercase it to make it look bigger, and we need to flex wrap so we can break the lines, to break the display flex to break two lines. Okay, and add the max width. This is what will center this h1 tag in the middle. So yeah, now let's talk about the gap and why the space x is better the gap for this scenario. So if I add the gap here, as you can see, it adds the gap here and here. Wait, let me, first of all, let's do 0, and this, as you can see, there is no space between the words. Okay, yeah, there is no space between the words. If I add the gap here, like 12, as you can see, there is a gap here and gap here, and between this lines at this line, it will create a gap as well. So this, what the gap did, it give the gap to all the direction, but we want only the gap to be on the x lines. Okay, or on the line, just on the line, or to be only on between the words. Okay, so we do space, I think I already have it, so we do like this. So as you can see now, there is only the gap between this word and this word, and not this and this. Okay, and to display this, what I did is, first of all, create a variable called text, and this variable takes this string and split it to words, and then all the words we're gonna split it to letters. And letters, okay, yeah, and what we want to do is map through the words, and after that map through the letters, or the characters. So first of all, map through the words, and destruct the words, let's say it's here, the say characters or letters. Okay, letters, no, leave it like characters. Okay, so we take the letter key object and then map through it, and we can have characters or the letter and display it. And don't forget to add the index, because we will need later, and also don't forget to add the curly brackets, because inside this character, we will add the effect that we want. So basically what we're gonna do is create a const. First of all, let me explain one thing. Is you need to add two things: the useref container and the useScroll hook. And the useScroll, we can distract the scroll progress. This gives us a scroll progress of a target. As you can see here, the scroll progress takes two properties: the target and the offset. The target is the useref or the reference of the div that we want to target, and the offset is when the animation starts and when to end. Okay, so basically I create a useref called container ref and assign it to this div. This div is it contains the h1 that I explained right now. So yeah, this is the div that contains the h1 tag, and we give it the container, we give it the ref, so we can start the animation based on the position of this div in the viewport. Okay, and give it to the useScroll. I hope you guys understand. Sorry, my bad. I don't know how to explain stuff. Maybe after a couple of video I will I will develop my skills to explain stuff. And also I create this video because I didn't find the effects, and I want to share it with you guys so you can use it in a website, or you can just make it looks more better than what I did by tweaking it or stuff like this. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is now is create the blur that we want to add on our characters or letters. So we do use transform. Use transform. This hook is from motion, or let's say frame motion, because motion now is frame motion. Okay, so use transform. So we give it the scroll progress of the div, and we give it the input, so it will go from 0 to 1. This is the input that will goes from, and this is the output that we want. So what we want is we want the blur to go from 12 to 0. Okay, and we want something called clump. This is optional, you can use it. This tells that this transform, if for example the style needs more like this. Wait, let me explain. Wait, this sorry guys, let me just close it. I can't. Sorry. So this clump false, what is mean that the 12:0, for example, that just forget about it. Sorry guys, I'm a bit nervous, and the messages, I don't know what to do. Okay, so now what we need first, we need something called use motion template, because otherwise you cannot use this directly here. Because if you do filter let me just copy it because I don't have it. If we go something like this and add blur here, it won't work. Wait, let me see what do. Okay, remove this one. It won't work. Okay, it's not working. You know why? Even if we paste it here, and because it's a motion value. And wait, let me okay, I already have the motion here, so it won't work. Why? Because we need another hook called using mosh template, and as you can see, it pasted as an object because the blur this use transform motion value into another range of motion value. But inside this is a function, and there is a bunch of properties here. I don't know all of them, but there is other stuff, because this, if you go like this, if you like do Y here for example, or Y, if you do like blur, it will work fine. Okay, if you go here and go here, inside here, as you can see now, if you start moving it, it will work. Okay, this is not okay. See, now it's working. It's translate the Y in the Y. Okay, so if you want to see it obvious, you can use this. As you can see now, we have, okay, we need to make it bigger because okay, let's go like 20. As you can see, wait, let me refresh. I don't know, but that's not what we want to explain. Okay, yes, reset to 12. As you can see here, it's working, but when you use some string value, it won't work. Okay, here it's working. Okay, but if you use a value or something like this, it won't. If you use a string, a chain, a character, a string characters, or wait, let me just, it's not gonna work. Okay, basically it's not gonna work. Okay, I don't know exactly why, but it's not gonna work. You need to use something called let's call it filter, and use motion template, and inside this motion template you need to add the blur here. So if we take a look here and use motion template, if you go here, you will see what use motion template do. A use motion template create a new motion value from string template, contains other values, motion values. So basically it turns the motion value into a string templates. Okay, if you want to know more about it, you can go here and read it, but it did not. Okay, so as you can see now, if we go here and do this filter, if we go to our project and take a look inside, what do we have now? As you can see now, we have an effect here, but right now they are all have the same blur, so they will the effect will happen at the same time. What we want is a way to random this effect. The way I did it is by create a delay, a unique delay. So what I did is go const, let's say total or index total or something like this, index total equal to word index multiply by 10, or do any number you want. It's not, and wait, let me first then, because if you multiply by 10 and the first index is 0, you will get basically 0 value. Okay, you need to first add 1, so whenever there is a 0 you will have 10. Okay, plus the index, the char index. Okay, we want to create a unique delay, so we need to add another variable called delay. Inside this delay we will have a math dot random multiply, wait, let me just turn on the light, multiply by the index total. Okay, so now we have this, let's call it a unique delay. So what we want now is create another or let's say this, the index delay, the unique index delay. I want now is create the delay. To create this delay is we're gonna use the choose transform, and now it's not gonna go from the scroll progress, it will go from the blur, and we give it the output from 12 to 0, and here it will go from, you need to add the delay here, so it will go from the index delay to 0. Let me check, and here, yeah, this is what we want. So it will go like this. So if we take a look, as you can see now, we have our, let me just make the background white so you can see better, because I have the dark mode. That's why Next.js or Tailwind make it so white and make this dark. So as you can see now, we have the, and if we refresh the page, we will have a random way of blur. Okay, this is what we end up with. So you can make it better by adding, first of all we need to add some, we need to add the opacity, because why not? Opacity, we use the use transform as well, and we do the scroll progress, and we give it an input first from 0 to 1, and here we go like, we take the delay, the index delay, and multiply it by a negative number, a float number, okay, 0.9 for example, and to 1. So it will go from a random number, a negative number, to 1. Okay, so we need to add the opacity here. So if we go here, as you can see now, we have the effect like this. Okay, this is the effect we end up with. You can add the scroll, the what's they called, the smooth scroll from Linus. It's a library that lets you have smooth scrolling, so we can add it by that. Let me just close the server, and then npm edit or npm install Linus, and now we add Linus, and from Linus we go to the layouts first, and from Linus we need to import, I think, called React Linus from Linus, and you can wrap your component with this component from Linus, and wait, cannot be used as a component. Let me take a look. React Linus. Okay, roots. I don't know what's going on because wait, let me remove it and import it. I don't know why it's not working. Wait, okay, that's why it didn't work, because we didn't import it from Lenny/React. So now if we head to our website and let me refresh the page. I forget to turn on the server. Let me just clean this and npm dev to run the server, and let's go to our website and refresh it again, and this is the effect that we end up with. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked the video. If you have any suggestion or if I made a mistake, let me know. I'm just someone who tried to learn stuff and figure out how the things works. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to say something in the comments, okay?